Hi, this is Brendan from SB Web Designs, and in this video we're going to talk about keywords and on-page SEO. Now, SEO is a huge topic, so I will run through a few points in this and subsequent videos to help you with your SEO. Now, with regards to keyword research, we have already run through the use of the Google Keyword Planner in the previous video, so if you haven't watched that already, I recommend you going to watch that short video now. Once you've decided what keywords you should be targeting, you need to know what to do with them. So you need to place your keywords in the page title, the headings, including the H1, H2, H3, etc., the alt text of the images, the meta description, the meta keywords, as well as in the site and page URLs. So to check some of these, you can install and use the SEOBook Toolbar. So if you just go to this URL here, you can download the toolbar for free, and in Firefox it will install a new toolbar here, which has some handy tools in it that we might have a look at some of the functions of now. So if we go to this website here, one of the tools that we can use is the SEO X-ray, and if you click on that, it will highlight all the H1s, all the headings, the H1s, the H2s. So and what you want to make sure of is that your keywords should be in the headings, because the headings are one of the most important parts of the page. So you can see in this one, architectural photographer Arizona, that might be one of the keywords that this person is targeting. Architectural photographer in Phoenix is another H1. H2 down here, architectural photography. H2, architectural photographer in Phoenix. Another H2, photography challenges in Phoenix. So just from looking at the H1s and H2s, you can get a fair idea of what this website is all about and what keywords this person is targeting. Now if we have a look at this section here, this also tells you the title of the page, which is what you'll find up in this top tab here, Architectural Photographer Arizona. It shows also the meta description, which is what Google will sometimes display in their search results when you do a search on the keywords. So you can see here, architectural photographer in Phoenix is also in the meta description. And here's the meta keywords as well. And there's some debate whether keywords are actually used in ranking for Google anymore, but it's still good practice to put your keywords in the meta keyword section. Now in WordPress, you generally use plugins in the back end, and this is where you enter all this information. So we'll just close that for now. Some of the other tabs that are interested in the SEOBook Toolbar is this the blue eye icon here, the site information. So we'll click on that. So it has some information, including the page rank, which is an indication by Google of how important it thinks the site is. Pages indexed by Google. Also the site age. Now don't take all these numbers here for granted. What you're best off doing is actually clicking on each of these blue numbers and dashes is a link. So click on the link here and it will open up another page. So it's not giving any indicator here of how many Google pages are indexed in Google. So just go to the tab and it says about 12 pages. So it just gives you an idea of the depth of the site and how many pages are indexed by Google. So also here is the site age. So what we can do is click on that. It will open up another window and take you back to the Wayback Machine. You can also access that by clicking on this button here. And this shows you the history of the site over time. So what this tool does, it goes and scans basically the whole internet and then saves a record of all the sites for future reference. So if we click on back in 2014, the blue circles indicate it's when it has records for. So we'll check on May 17 here. And then it will show you what the site used to look like back in May 2014. So if we compare that to what we've got today, you can see that it looks quite different. So this can be handy if you want to check the history of a site, check the content on a page, and things like that, so it may be of interest to you. So the other thing here is also another interesting point might be the page source. So we'll open up another tab, and this is all the HTML behind the page, which comes in handy as well. So that's all I wanted to discuss about the SEOBook Toolbar. Another tool that comes in handy for more in-depth analysis of your page is the Screaming Frog tool. So if we go to this URL here, you can download this tool for free. I recommend you watching the video because this is a very in-depth tool and they have a good tutorial of the different functionality of this tool. But if I just go and quickly go in here and have a look at it, now I've already put this website we were looking at in here because it does take a little bit of time to run. So in here is all the pages for the site. It's got different things we can look at down here and across here. So just for the home page here, we can have a look at some different things. So meta description. This to me raises a bit of a red flag straight away. Meta descriptions are generally recommended to be less than 160 characters because this is what Google will display in the search results. So being 280, that's almost double what it should be. So that is a bit of a red flag there. That's something it is something that might require further investigation. You can also actually from here you can actually see that there's 2 meta descriptions defined. Now that's probably not recommended, so it must be just defined twice. Actually, if we go back to here, we might be able to actually see what's happening. Oops. Okay, so we can see it's defined there, and we can see it's defined there. So it's just defined twice. So that might be something that the webmaster or the owner of the website needs to look into, and just cleaning that up a little bit. So it has other information in here as well, including the keywords, which we saw in the SEOBook Toolbar. H1s and H2s. H1, so there's 2 H1s defined. H2s. And all sorts of information. Some other things you might want to look at in here is also the image information. So these are all the images on the home page. A lot of these are just the social icons. The alt text is of interest, and you see this one doesn't have alt text, and you can see that the alt text on these 2 images is quite long, so that might be something else the webmaster or the site owner wants to look into. The other thing might be the response codes. So 200s are good. What we're interested in is the errors, so the 400s and the 500s, there's none of those, so that's all good. So just with regards to the, as I mentioned before, with regards to the meta descriptions, you want to make sure that you know, the meta titles and meta descriptions are what is commonly displayed in Google search results. So if you have highly relevant titles and descriptions that arouse interest in your site, then this can improve the click-through rate. This is then monitored by Google and can affect your overall rankings as well. So you can look at the meta titles, meta descriptions, and the keywords in either the Screaming Frog tool or the SEOBook Toolbar, but just remember to keep your meta descriptions less than 160 characters including spaces, and your meta titles less than 60 characters including spaces, because if they're longer than that, then they will probably be chopped off by Google in the search results. So I hope these tools have given you a bit of insight into some of the tools that SEO experts use. They're both free. They do have paid plans, but you can use the basic plans for free. So go in and try them out and see if you can input your website and see if there's any issues with your website. Okay, thanks for watching.